Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And today, what our cost proposal is, there is no annual cost. But I did mention to Lauren that later on, as we get closer to a go live, they would want to look at a potential $5,000 in annual cost for a public. But that's not a requirement, it's just something I would like for them to look at, whether it should be. I don't want them to start paying that until that is correct, significantly, which is not a typical thing in the entire thing. That's correct. So what that's going to provide the ladies is taking all of the data that they currently have in their day-to-day operation. It will move it completely out of that system and into Tyler Technologies. Program. Program is the only thing that would be left. And then, so that's something that we want to talk about.
You said it was very well there.
Correct, but it's right now we're in the data.
Right, but I was, you guys did the content, I think that for every four.
Yes, but it's all there.
It's all.
And it will be 7 and all that for but that was something that would be set. That's correct. And she asked me to hold off on that. Yes, we do. Yes, sir. So that would be something Celia wanted to wait until we were ready to convert it over and go live in our system before she would pay back to you all and ask to move from that data's jury system over to Tyler Technology.
Jay, well, we. First, so for the else, then. That one. It's the total general.
Yes, in my mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry, this because it's kind of it's going something that I. Have always wished for a long time, years. And I'm sorry, I was out of reach. Doesn't.
Now that the state is providing additional funding to county.
So the question on that, the state's providing additional funding, is it specifically for a certain thing? Or because we still don't, the fees are still on that data and obviously this other thing. You can make a move like the year.
Understood 100%. We do have a lot of clients that want the same thing. The portion with the state funding, that is only for the county clerks and the district clerks today. I don't want to completely speak on that, but what I usually get, they are.
So they're going to be good to change.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we would love that opportunity to present to the commissioners and even the jail as well.
So we currently use the system called server for so the sheriff's office. Does your company just have technology work directly with the server or the that whenever an officer provided a ticket would come straight into the system and it wasn't being duplicating from this program to this program to that one?
So we do not have an integration from server to our jail management system that then would kind of be all integrated. We do not have that flow from server into our system. What we do have is we do have certain citation integration. We have ticket writers with our enforcement mobile solution. So we do have a solution for that. And then we also have an integration with the DPS ticket writers. So if the JPs were to move over to the system at a later date, then we have the ability for those tickets to flow into the system and not have duplications.
So you say that on like the, and I guess my question, got a little construction background, so when you move equipment, they cost more money. So when you integrate one to the other at this time, would it be more feasible to do everything at once, or is it the same price if you separate it?
In this particular situation with the JPs, it would be a more delicate thing because there are certain, financials that they have within their system that need more intentional focus. So between the county clerk and the district clerk, we're able to work with them and get their project moving much quicker than we would on the JV side, because they're gonna need individual focus. I'm not sure if well, I would think maybe in college for a little involved, or not involved, but aware of what's going on in Plano. But Plano County did do a JP and county clerk district clerk review. And that project, there was a lot of involvement and a little, yes, thank you. And a lot of that has to do on the JP side, just because of financials and all of those things that need to get moved over. And they have such a higher turnover rate with their tickets because they have so many. Whereas the clerks, they have cases that get filed and they don't as quickly as you have tickets, right? You have people flowing in and out of your county on a constant basis. Correct.
They always repeat one thing.
Oh, do we have all of them?
It's true.
That would be correct.
So the taking little life of this project is not going to cost us a little.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It would still have the same impact on you guys.
One page is, work. Thousand of the costs. Are those hours, what are things that you go over? What are the dates, few hours of project that
We eat that. We're not gonna go or anything over. That portion, it's not like a time and materials agreement. This is the cost.
the bottom. But. But. And basically, like, that's what. All. Yeah, you got to be first compare. Project. That and stuff.
That's correct. And we will have, I know that it says, that would be done completely remotely, but our project team is prepared and have been going on site at no additional cost for the go live purpose.
I believe I know which way that. And the price of this. And they give you 180.
That's correct.
But they listen to hour.
When you look at it, that means.
So on the second page of the Americans. What is it says it will be accepted as specialists, then not only preferred, or what is there? On all pages, on the second page, under all pages.
Okay, so this that you're looking, that part of the agreement that you're looking at, what that is our, we call it dependent access. I personally like to call it online payments. Because it's not just for a defendant that's going to, it's actually for any citizen that's needing to make a payment to the county or the district clerk for any case that they may have in their life. So it doesn't matter if it's a criminal case or not. And those are just the methods that they pay. And there's no charge to the county to use that service. It's the citizen that's paying because they're paying the convenience fee. But I believe.
And the point about that, first. That. Structured in.
Correct. There are problems with everybody. No. You have, you like the American Express. But I'm not sure what, and really, I don't remember, what are you saying, are you using for everybody?
No, we're doing that data on office.
Okay, and for any, okay, credit card payments. We have a lot of counties that are using certified payment, and that's just the overlay. We don't really have to really integrate it. So this would be fully, we would probably serve them within a. The project says 12 months, but they're trying to get them moved. And when you work with the smaller groups, they're able to get through those projects a lot quicker. We will have a project manager and, oh, on your side, I'm sorry, I apologize. A lot of smaller counties don't really have the ability to do those types of things. So having some representative from the offices that can participate in the weekly calls that they may set up, those types of things are very important. Yes, 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 yes. And if you have an IT person, I think you'll have a contract, or you have a hired. A hired, okay, sorry, everybody's so different, so it's hard to verify this. But I would say that individual would want to be a participant for certain things, like with that audit at this time, no. If there was something that they were looking at audit, yes, we do have that, but for this particular thing, we wouldn't. The only time we would really need someone from the auditor's office, and I think it would be a conversation between the county clerk and the district clerk's office, would be the like the not the codes. I used to work for a county, so like it's leaving my brain, but I worked for Henderson County out in East Texas. The beginning of East Texas, not North Texas, but not there. East Texas. Oh my, the GL codes. Oh my. So GL codes, those type of things, they will want to make sure and kind of work hand in hand to make sure they're getting all of the codes that are needed, so that when they do their daily job, everything kind of goes back up. Because financials are included in the package at no cost. I mean, well, it's all just part of the package that the state is providing. They'll have the ability to do their financials within the system that then keep it all organized and provided to.
Was your understatement is there an end date?
So as of right now, the original contract was coming in 2026, but they have the option to renew. They're already in negotiations of renewing, and that would carry them out to 2030. And to be completely honest, this is where the state is trying to be. they're trying to get. This program has been for 20,000 population and under from the beginning, which you all did that farm. But now, the funding that they are providing is to actually go over 20,000 in population. So that kind of also tells you that they are looking to make this program bigger than what it already is. Their idea is to have. So things are more similar. Because with 254 counties, everyone does something different.
On your no line system, you said there will be some people in now, so.
Yes, they will have a alternate vote that'll be in 2 offices. Answering any question. I've done that. In my previous role. And if we're here to have answer any question that they may have.
Where they travel, they are sending.
It really depends. I know we're all over and there's some out of towns too, but the majority of the things. But
That's very good. So the way the. They created what choose. They choose to accept this, not, they probably. You did the same thing. Or. Rather respectful. And. You to. Walk.
We've talked about it, we've had meetings.
Don't get.
Yes, sir.
There's one.
There's 2 different funds. I mean, yes, 2 different,
There's no to.
yes, yes. Sir.
I'll make a motion after the person doing this time, this survey, work, other people want to do both. And system. And it's one of the same.
Is there a second? Yes.
Can I ask why you would exclude the payment limit as far as?
I was just thinking, I think that's something that was from child and he didn't.
It's, I mean, it's not a problem. It's a problem with payment. I mean, we have a lot of people who only. Right, they can't pay by the credit card, that's the bonds, that's just why it's not.
I was just thinking that it's. So you can,
We currently take this.
they're rates are.
They don't charge us, they charge us.
It's just used to. Here's the problem. Credit for payment. And since that somebody with a Visa card, they're charging. For their smoking fees, they say price for the sure. The fee for the pizza. For American Express is 4.5.
something to that effect, yeah.
That's the problem.
That is a problem.
And so then we. My case, like, Eva. I paid the additional fee. American.
Correct. That's correct.
I don't, so the problem was not.
That's correct. And correct. Yes,
This one. This, the top and then the reverse to the Americans, but that's. Clear. Oh, I'll do the same.
Okay, um. The area discussion. All commissioners know for the everyone's benefit. I think this is going to be a great change and a great. Not fair on people. I think it's. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Carried. Item 11, clearly.
Okay, so last time, the commissioner report looked at the agenda, there was a suggestion about the county attorney's office looking at the school policy and that. So that is what my office did. I would say that when I first looked at it, just with a very good search of the internet, I was able to find over 30 county that state. My assistant county attorneys assisted with that search and found even more counties, and it ranges from small counties like Rio County all the way up to very large counties like Bear County, Mercer County. And so what we did is we used these to come up with a single policy, which is where we have like this would provide this. We also contacted CAP, who did review our food policy, and they also had a sample. So we were able to merge the two and something that fits Blanco County, and also abides by the statute. And so that's what you have here. So just to go over this, there are some options that counties can take that to the discretion of counties under the actual government of that case. And one of those is that the amount of time available for an employee to request understanding full policy is up to 6 months leave time or 1/3 of the full policy, but simply full out. Most counties do not set the limit as high as 6. The sick leave pool, when an employee is able to obtain sick leave pool, they are paid as if they had already received the sick leave, as if they had a sick leave balance. So that means technically that payment comes out of that department's budget. And so keeping that in mind, if it was extended to the 6, that potentially could mean that a department is paying an employee for 6 months and not necessarily able to. Just during the time to be fair. So I think that's probably why we saw the amount of people available for the power around conceivably. So we put in this policy as a. The other thing too that came up that is up to the county is whether they would require an employee to donate the sick leave pool before they would ever become eligible as an employee to request on sick leave pool. I will tell you, we saw that in really the large jurisdictions, the large counties. We did not see that in policies. That is an additional item that would have to be by the administrator. Tends to make it more complicated, more involved. And so we did not put that requirement in this proposed policy for today. One other thing too is the administration of the pool. Usually it is the administrator is your HR. But most counties assign a committee to actually review the request for sick leave pool and determine if they meet the requirements, which is the catastrophic department. And so we again looked at some counties. We saw where there is usually someone from the legal department, the county attorney's office, usually an assistant county attorney, and then 2 other regular employees for that. And then review the request with this. And so all of this is included in the policy for review, along with form that we sent to sample for contributing to the sick leave pool and also requesting. But that is good. Policy is not very long. It's 4 pages of actual policy, which is kind of the average of what we saw. Some larger counties have, again, more extensive policies.
So in your research, did you come up with the, like, if I want to participate in the sick leave pool, I will donate my, at a certain time of year, or is it just throughout the year?
So it is limited to a 12-month period for donations. And by statute, a full-time, well, it must be an employee who is full-time, who's accrued sick leave time, and has been employed for the county for at least. Yeah.
As an employee of the county, and we have to reach that point. And volunteer and through the out there, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And so, if you reach in December, and next year, this year, January, December. Through goes away,
That's correct, yeah.
If, somebody wants to donate their something. It can
It can be at any time during the year. The employee who wants to donate has to donate a minimum of 8 hours and no more than 40 hours. That is under statute. So, even if the employee says, say they have 500 hours of sick leave, and I don't know. Okay. They cannot donate more than 3 hours of sick leave to the pool in the county. And that is by statute. Now, if the employee is retired, dying, has been terminated, they can donate 80 hours as they are leaving. That's statutory. That is actually in local government code. So all of that is.
The pool zeroes out at the end of the year, cover total.
No, the pool is not, the full period over it's an individual employee, but they're or required to donate. And again, a full-time regular employee. On the county for at least 12 months, can donate between 80 and 40 a year. If someone is leaving the county, they can donate up to 80. Local, 157. That's local. Yes. I could not tell you that. I will tell you that when we researched this and we drafted the policies in small counties, and then we received the tax policy, and we had the same limitations. And again, it was because it was my statute.
So the employee towards the end of the year. Towards the end of the year, they put that.
They can donate 8.
That would be fine when it's completed. Because if it's, my friend just got sick, well, now I'm gonna donate. But if it's John Doe, I don't care. I don't have to donate. I'm not gonna. As opposed to if you like, in my opinion, full, like February 1st, I wanna donate, 80 of my hours to the pool.
I think the reason it is not limited because employees may accrue time for the year. And it's because you don't get an award of sick. You do not sick leave at the beginning of the year. You approve it. That's correct, yeah, and what's cool, you can get it back. Once you donate that money, it's there. And again, the limitation on someone who's requesting sick leave pool, they can only receive, which again, we propose the 3 months, which is up to 480 hours. But it's either that or a month or the balance. Sick leave pool. So they can't exhaust the sick leave pool. So it depends on what has been donated, and then once it's in the sick leave pool, it stays in. And that is something that the administrator, which would be HR, would keep that balance, those records. This is governed by statute on these limitations and how the money is donated and requested is.
So, how do you compare with the urgency of this? And the good way to the next meeting. Approve,
That's,
considering it is not this.
that's, yes, and this project, I say for extensive, being unfamiliar with this type of policy and fiction in the local government. It took a little more time than we anticipated, but yes, this could go until the next commissioners board meeting for a vote. An employee technically cannot apply for sick leave forms if they've exhausted. And that means all leave, vacation, sick leave, comp time. And so when they get to that point, even if it's an inside and say a payroll period, they just have to fill out the appropriate form. I would say that, you know, the approval process, I think we would consider putting there a 5 business day turnaround on the decision. And so the only thing I would propose for next commissioners board is if this is something to go back on the agenda, then we want to take a look at the commissioner board wants to vote on. At that time, the appointment to the committee would be necessary. But I'll not put that off and then, you know, commissioner's board. So again, the idea was that and then, you know, 2 regular full-time employees who would be able to make these decisions.
And then, I guess the question I have is if we put this on the next agenda on next commissioners board, would we look at a sample or to change the personnel policy that works with that and we can do it all at the same meeting?
That all I'm saying. That's correct, this could be.
I'd like to resolution to put this on the law of commission for the James.
Say aye. The 92 this. I did not see him in the back of the room. I can just name. So I think you were here, if you're not reloaded. That's good. We can not be saying anything about the.
Yeah, the commissioner side likes to, well, into the public, it's a public organization, really. It's helped fund several things in this county over the years, and I've been associated with it. I'm very pleased to be there. This budget here, it doesn't look that good, it's funny, because we make money, giving little. We get the lowest, and interest rates have changed. The whole complex, we're overbuilt in apartment houses and all this, the counties. And we're not taking nothing, but we're still at this time, the last 2 years, we did for first time home buyers in the 9 counties. Was in Blanco, we had 10,000 for each individual first time home. And it was very difficult for us to get the word out to the realty people that did that, especially Blanco County, because we had no what's the name, organization that brought all the dealers together in Blanco County. But I think we might have got that solved, but we're still putting in some money for that this year. That's the program still exists, but we have to get it down to 5,000. Yes. Warnings in value 5,000. It goes to the data, and they and then the big part of it. You actually get it, just find thing. Yes. Yes, yeah, that's a great help. And we've funded got a few other things in the county over the years, and some of that is probably going to dry up this year. But we'll wait, let's see. But we share in the profit of all counties, and that's where you want to go with it. Myself. Are not guaranteed, and that's not the primary purpose anyway of the incorporated primary purpose of yes, primary purpose of and then the that county would get that's fine. Yeah, if we make it money, then we get it. You will not pay for it. The question again, you remember what the most recently got the county with it funded? Well, actually, that funded to, we sent that money to Bernie. Right. We sent that money to Bernie to help the winter vetting operation because we felt that Blanco County, Bernie County, this. When we have split the Blanco County, we felt that Bernie County came over to help us consider this. We have to work together as counties to make it better. It's just what we have to do. We have to work together. We all have to work. The committees that are working together. The counties have to work together. For that funding, I believe Mr. Weir address that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate everything you do. Great. But that time there, you promised $50,000 ESD. We're using it all the time. That's great.
We did, but. Are you the resource center?
Oh, yeah, get the resource there.
EMS,
Yeah, the EMS.
well, I think you.
We work together. I mean, that's my job. I have to work with the judge. Relate to the judge, what he thinks and the opinion is, my opinion. And if you have meetings that I have to, I want your opinion, so that can do what we call make it best for the county.
Well, the vote taken, the bed, I just want to call it very kind of.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Well.
I'm going to reserve the annual audit of Blanco County President for 31.
13. And that's true. But, we sound very hot. Sure. There's the short version of this. That should, that thing. The only product that's in jail is. For the, on to buy. It's amazing. And these, this product thing is.
Yes.
We can afford to buy.
What?
I don't know what color it is, but I think they need a line currently uses it very happy. Our jail administrator and our sergeant went to the county to review it, they're happy with it. Unfortunately, Ms. Ledbetter was not able to make it that day, but there are a lot of county sergeants.
And like all in favor, right?
Yes.
Take on their work on meeting.
Yes.
I'll move to approve the first order of requisition for Johnson and Sons Industrial Building. To complete box building at the law enforcement center at the jail neighborhood yard. Walls as needed to crack coating, filling and plating. Is there a second? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Carried.
Yes, only issue is basically, it's not a 20, common 926 for the whole thing, there's a 20. And that I would like to make a motion. These three pillars, this purpose property, you know, this and go. Is there a second?
All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Scrivener.
So, honestly, there's phase two, there was some dimensions left out in the back of. And they had brought together the revised correction plat for Round phase two. And everything that's out in yellow is the changes. And since we received this check today, after 5 o'clock. If you have to time to look at it, you're more than welcome. It's not an urgent deal on this. To my knowledge, everything is correct with these highlighted changes. The lot line, the- And this is correct. That's all. That's it. And the changes, obviously they changed the email, the phone numbers, and things of that nature. So. I would like to make a motion to approve, the correction, correct with the errors on the Round Reserve phase two as highlighted on this plat.
Favor, say aye. Carried.
Oh, right there, the price of the book. So, on this subdivision, which is on Old Road, there's a discrepancy and the price, gives the explanation.
Yeah, so basically, same interest that we used for years, still the interest with the, something for project in the county. We got the other one, right? Just be able to deal with, so it wasn't exactly the plan that. The good one, outlaw, it's 20 feet wide and it needs to be 24. So. If there's anything that could be done. Sure. Anything that can be done, like be. Yes, sir, the new stuff. Yes, sir, with that calendar. You watch it, we did not. Yes, sir. Well, got it. If you say. Okay, like, pretty deep in there, right? Yes, sir. And it's got to be. Look. About it. Yes, sir. You said it's. It's a good. Same with it, yes, sir. Right over second. Yes, sir. Legacy had it done, Lincoln, that was a few feet. Split with all. So quite funny. Yeah, that's we the ring thing relative to that. This is a main thing of me. I'll just say that this day is. This.
Policies the power control in reference to this, also listed with, you know, the location of the 30,000 gallon water tank was requested to move its current location on the flat up to this location. They requested a well house, an 8x8 well house around this pump. And so it added an 8x8 pad for windmill for decoration. None of which will impact the county road easement. I've talked to the fire marshal, and he does not have an issue with being this.
That the requesting or the driving. Thought it. We have the water tank that was true up front for the water tank, our pressure tank. But the original location of the water tank was tucked in back in the corner by the wall that's connected to the gate. The little kitchen out there. So we thought it would make more sense to bring it out to the entrance where the much easier access. Is that there is no water tank, there's no stairs. Water. That's public waters. We're talking about a pressure tank at the end.
Our fresh, thing to be inside of the ground.
It does.
Is that?
Yes.
And you said in such as later, the commission, tender truck or pumper truck, and they can still get the approximately 8 foot clearance from the curb to that truck. However, there is, since it is a divided median, they can go around the other direction in that scenario. Map seem to be one of the.
Yeah, and really the major difference back there is on that particular road, there's only 14. There's 41 on the main side, but there's a. That's the thing.
What do we ask? A variance on the width of the category.
Yes.
I mean, actually, Mr. Leesman was the Bishop, Rob Bishop, the bottom.
Yes,
In the resort issue.
he's the one that bought it there.
Okay, but he was there during the construction of all of it. But he did the golf course.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
He says it's up to up to y'all to give him variance.
How do you feel about it?
I don't like variance. I'm not told, I said, so it's, we're on the same page.
So you're, what are you guys gonna be doing?
Y'all want to give a variance, in the scenario, then feel free to.
If we don't give a variance, what do you have?
If you don't get a variance, he has to put it all out in 24 foot.
Both sides of the property. Well, it needs to be separate. I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh.
For the Senate, and the.
And the technically, the caliber sits behind the wall. So, a little bit. Now, I did not measure the width between the, I haven't measured that. I don't even know.
So we need two people each time.
But,
So that one. I'm not gonna take it. Take it back home. But.
Yeah, my question is, I'm not trying to, not a. We're project two. So you saw what was going, on. They said,
then I didn't pour the paper.
well, on that, but you had the plans. You would probably have to, represent. Say that the difference in problems with width, so you have to get our world.
But let's just say, the width of the lane is 12 foot, so about 10 foot 8. Pretty much, be
Is the average for
10 foot 8, yeah.
So if that's true, then two of them are perhaps at the same time. Okay. There's a point B. That's correct. Then we put this twice.
Do two of it, will do their categories.
I think that's probably good. Even 24.
It'll be fine. And the other thing on there's, so there's one in, is this again?
It's it'll be
I can't say the two subdivisions that I am. My person. I don't know if any courtesies that are going out there. It's.
what's the one similar?
Mr. Area.
What's the odds of two smart trucks being detected?
Well, their real estate is gonna be back about 117. So. I'm not thinking that if there's a 5 or subdivision, it's kind of good job. What we typically see in the double gate that like that in customers, typically like it's kind of, just to get everyone. While they're thinking about it, I hate everybody, I am surprised. This was a kind of subdivision with a lot of vegetation. And I decided. I didn't understand maybe case of development, but. And let's that's. Pretty much. And I'm surprised you learned that. That team to the government. Let's figure out. Don't take it out, it's like,
It'd be illegal.
Well, I moved to, grant variance with entrance gate and cattle bars. Long Hunter Way and Walker Cast Way, Woods at Black Creek Southern.
I've seen. And it's. Thing. Something along the lines of caution or arrow to the right. Yes, sir.
I think it's your current person there.
30.
Choose over in Bubble County. Break.
That's a standard.
While we're waiting, second, one of the things, swear this, Ron had in his comments about, and I don't even know if it's necessary, relocating that bank that Ron Bishop said maybe paint that curb red. I told him it's not a curb, flat ribbon curb, then you know what you told him, curb. You told him, there's a fire. It's the fight back into this bottom from the thing. We're just gonna shove those in your window. Get water. And you can read the paint, the flat piece of concrete red. That's kind of, I just wanted, see that, but that's, just bring it up.
There and there's no comparison, but I think all the private roads. The entrance is gated. It will be gated.
Yes, sir.
This one will be,
No, that's in yet.
but it's supposed to be.
Yes.
So. So. So we're in the case. Any kind of development in this county. Big lots, small lots. In between lots. So the base more or less where. But the base would.
Yes.
It's subdivisions at all. But, I mean, it doesn't, just point, we'll put, I get it. Just want to get asked for a variance. So,
Well, they asked. I'll go out for a second. So that is, what kind of. the first two to confirm, we're good with the, we're good with the well. Right. Your knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it, I will, it's not a variance.
Yeah, and it's not presence of legal, with our department. I mean, run from home. Is there, is there, you're saying, or would you saying, and yes. In the dark wall, those get. I think both Chris and I are reading, and Richard and explanation.
And I don't think that would require, let's say, the court would require a variance for the thing from your spot here. I don't see any variance.
It's along the same line, we, like, that we agreed to do some things to that one. On the first submittal. Because we felt like it was the right thing to do, so we did this.
Want a variance for that, variance for that.
Maybe before you get this question, I think it's for the deal, I just wanted.
Thank you, gentlemen. So this is normal reading. Okay. Put a lot together, so I move to approve the replat of lots 1471, 1472, subdivision. New law will be known as lot 1471A. As for approval. To have a public meeting. About closing. Cox Road, Lemon Lane, and Tejas Trails for through truck traffic. Construction. Concrete, these big truck traffic. So that being said, I move to authorize to advertise in the Johnson City the record carrier and Blanco County News for a public meeting to be held on February 10th, 2026 regarding a no through truck zone. Dr. Lynn and Tejas Trails. Is there a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Clarification. There's the three application or is it continue?
Correct. Yes.
Oh, I said, my phone is. I don't think the commissioners is correct. I think that's what. The colors are moving out. Short page. My recommendation would be raised in the form of the one with rating. Did have bigger fire, not bigger, but welder, so. Fires. No, no heat, no other. That fires, that. I don't know if it's. Where started, but.
if left funded first.
Yeah, I'm making a motion to extend the, fair bank to, in February 12 noon.
Second. All the things, yeah, all those.
Make motion to adjourn.
Second.